What's going down, Broncos country?
Broncos country, let's ride.
Broncos country, let's ride.
It's your boy, super producer Styles Unique, and I am excited for this year's Denver Broncos 2025 NFL season. We are exactly a week away from the NFL kicking off, and today I'm going to go over which games I think we're gonna win, which games I think we're gonna lose. And why, as well as who I think is going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, as well as the NFC, and a couple teams that I think are overrated and that a few people are sleeping on that I think have a chance to make it all the way to the playoffs. Stick with me, we're gonna get into it. Let's go. Mile high salute, baby!
Davis with the salute.
All right, so let's get into the schedule. Week 1, we go up against a rookie quarterback in Cam Ward.
Boy.
Do I think he's going to be a good quarterback this year? I do. Do I think he's going to start off the season in week 1 against what I believe to be a top 5 defense in the Denver Broncos? I think he's going to struggle. I think even if Bo Nix struggles, this is going to be where our defense shines for the first couple of weeks.
Also like to thank the Broncos organization for believing in me, for trusting in me.
So I got the Broncos winning that game for sure. Week 2, we are on the road against the Indianapolis Colts. Their quarterback situation is a mess. Defense is decent. They don't have very many weapons outside of Taylor. I also got that one as a win. Then on to week 3, we go up on the road against the LA Chargers.
Go Chargers, go!
This one was tough for me. I originally had this as a Broncos win, and I changed it to a Broncos loss.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I believe that we're gonna split with the Chargers this year. They're a good team. They lost one of their best offensive. They lost their best offensive lineman, possibly one of the best offensive linemen in the whole entire NFL. So that was huge.
That's what she said.
Another good one. You're on fire.
That changes a lot of what they're capable of doing in the run game. We all know Harbaugh is very heavy in the run game, so I think they take a step back. But in this particular game, I think they find a way to get the win over the Broncos.
You don't believe. You just answered it. You don't believe. Next question.
Week 4. This is a good one. Monday Night Football at home. We're back at home. Monday Night Football prime time against the team that beat us last year in the Cincinnati Bengals.
Hey, I'm not the bad guy. I love you. I love you.
In a barn burner. If you watch that game, if you didn't watch that game, better yet, go on YouTube and just watch the highlights of it.
First and goal. End zone. Caught. Higgins. Touchdown. Bengals win. And they are alive in the playoff race.
That was one of the most intense, crazy games. I was actually working a quinceañera that night, so I wasn't able to really watch it. I was just kind of listening to it in my earbuds. And when I tell you there was a few people watching around on their phone, every time there was something happening, you hear, It was a crazy game. I think we get our revenge. We barely lost that last game. This time, I think we get it done. Sean Payton, this is the week where he starts busting out a lot of his crazy packages and plays that we haven't seen yet. I think he's going to hold them for this particular game because we're going to have to score with these guys. We all know Higgins, Chase. They have and Macaulay Culkin at quarterback.
Your whole family, right, goes on vacation. Whole family. And they forget their 8-year-old fucking son. Their 8-year-old son. All by yourself in the house for a week.
They have a really, really strong offense. It's their defense that is weak. So we're going to have to keep up with their offense and hope our defense can contain those guys as best as they can. All right. So on to week 5. At Lincoln Financial Field on the road against the defending champs, Saquon Barkley Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown over there reading books on the sideline.
Hey, I haven't seen too many people read books, but I've seen a quarterback eat a hot dog.
I got this one as a loss. Do I think we could compete with teams like the Eagles, the Ravens, the Chiefs, all of these teams? I do, but it's going to be tough going into Philadelphia. We typically do not do very well on the East Coast games. So I got that one as a loss. Week 6, we are on the road again. This one is in England.
Sorry.
Yeah, this one is a tough one. It's the Jets, so the team itself is not very competitive, or I don't think is going to be very competitive.
Oh, man.
It's more so the travel, the weird scheduling, like all of that, the different time zones, playing like at a different time. That's the part that kind of makes me a little nervous, because it's at that point it kind of just becomes a toss-up.
Eat shit, Derek.
There's so many outside things going on other than just the football game. I do have the Broncos winning that game. And then week 7, back at home against Russell Wilson and the New York Giants.
Mr. Unlimited.
It's spicy.
You ever done anything dangerous? Jeez, that is dangerous. I won't tell anybody.
Let me rephrase that. Rewind.
Spicy.
Russell Wilson.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
I don't believe Russell Wilson will be the starter by week 7. I think Jackson Dart, by that point, will take over. So it will not be Russell Wilson coming back to Denver. It's weird because on all the teams he's played on, we have yet to face him.
Getting real tired of you ducking me, man. Yeah?
He's either been injured or he wasn't the starter, whatever it may be. I believe that that's going to be the case again. And New York comes here with Jackson Dart. It might be his first or second start. And we are going to destroy the New York Giants. All right. So on to week 8. Getting close to Halloween. Back at home again. And this one is against the NFC darling, the Dallas Cowboys.
It is a reminder, I've been here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. I want me some glory hole.
Cool. Fun fact about the Dallas Cowboys and Denver Broncos head-to-head matchup. If you didn't know this, the Dallas Cowboys have not beat the Denver Broncos since 1995. If you don't believe me, look it up. This is real.
Despite 3 Elway to Anthony Miller touchdown passes, the Cowboys beat Denver 31-21, and Dallas is 2-0.
It doesn't matter if the Broncos were not really good that year and the Cowboys were playoff contender. We always beat the Cowboys. So finally, I think this is the year that the Dallas Cowboys finally come into Denver and get that L on the way out of here. You thought I was going to say they were going to come into Denver and beat us. No, the streak continues.
Ooh.
The streak is alive. Dallas comes into Denver in a very tough back and forth game. Dak's doing his thing. CeeDee Lamb's doing his thing. But the Broncos hold them off and win by, I'd say, less than 1 score. Okay, so on to week 9 at Houston. This also was a tough one for me to pick. I was going back and forth. Houston's a good team. Stroud had a tough year last year, but I think he's going to bounce back and have a good year.
Got a little celebration here by CJ after his third touchdown of this.
That's a tough team, but I think the Broncos get this one done on the road in Houston, but that one could easily be a loss. That's one that, I mean, it's 51-49 split on do I think it's a win or a loss. Then now on to week 11. I skipped a week. Week 10.
You are made of stupid.
It's a Thursday night game, so it's a quick turnaround at home against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Watching that game, it looked like it was a totally different energy on both sides of the.
So Raiders, they made some upgrades at coach, quarterback, running back. Their tight end is in his second season. I believe he is the best tight end in the whole NFL. However, similar to the Cincinnati Bengals, I do not care what your offense looks like if your defense is atrocious.
Looking, throws intercepted by Surtain.
Broncos get it done. We're not even going to talk about it. Broncos win that game. On to week 11, our first matchup with our true division rivals, the Kansas City Chiefs.
I can't see with this thing on.
This one is at home. We're going to win this game. We're going to win this game. And it's not going to be because Mahomes is sick and Kelsey was out partying, drinking beers at the stadium till at the Kansas City Royals game. It's not going to be because we're playing all their backups. We are going to finally beat and be able to say we beat the Kansas City Chiefs at home legitimately. It's not going to be some, well, Mahomes was sick or whatever. Nope. None of that's going to be able to be used as an excuse. We're going to beat them. We got this.
I wish the Chiefs would get out of the division, Stephen A. Unfortunately, they're not going anywhere. They're not going to happen. We still got some work to do.
Then we have our bye week after that. Oh yeah, especially if we have our bye week after that, you know Sean Payton is going to pull out all the stops. We're winning that game. Then we come back from our bye week, a tough road game back on the East Coast, Sunday Night Football against Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders. I almost said Redskins.
Bubble, you can't say that.
This was also a tough one. The two, in my opinion, best quarterbacks, rookie quarterbacks from last year. Whew. I had to put this one as a loss. We're not going to win them all.
What? What the fuck?
Like I said, we struggle on those East Coast games. They're a good team. I think it'll be a good game. We'll hang with them, but I have this one as a loss. Then on my birthday weekend, December 7th,
It's your birthday.
we are on the road in Vegas. That would be so cool to go to that game. Yeah, that might be something I want to do, actually. Against the Vegas Raiders. We're not even going to talk about it. I just explained why we are going to be superior to the Raiders this year.
I drip better, my clothes fit better, my hoes better, my tattoos better. I'm stronger than you.
That's a dub. Then we are on to week 15. This one is at home against the Green Bay Packers. The team that we beat in Super Bowl 32, where John Elway did the helicopter spin.
Simultaneously sandwich and cartwheel.
And Terrell Davis is out there running blind because he's got a migraine. Yeah, those Green Bay Packers, this time they get the dub.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
They have a real legitimate team that will probably most likely be in the playoffs. And I think Jordan Love takes a leap and becomes considered an elite quarterback this season. We're not going to win them all. I have this one as a loss. And then we go to week 16 against my boy, Heisman Trophy winner, two-way superstar, CU Buffs alum, Travis Hunter. He comes to Denver, he's playing offense, he's playing defense, and they lose. Sorry, Jacksonville, you just ain't that team. You got a few years away. They have a couple of good weapons in Robinson and Hunter, but this late in the season, I think the guys on Jacksonville are already thinking 1, 2, 3 Cancun.
All we need now is some music for LeBron. I like big butts.
And the Broncos are tightening all the loose ends, getting ready for a playoff run. Then we play on a Thursday on Christmas. Jingle bells, jingle bells. We play the Kansas City Chiefs. This game is going to be for a playoff spot and possibly for the division. I had us winning at home. This time, do we finally sweep the Chiefs since the first time we had Peyton Manning over 10 years ago? Does it finally become a reality? Is this the season Sean Payton, Bo Nix, and Patrick Surtain II get it done? Go into Kansas City for the playoff, for a chance to win the division? Do we get it done? No.
Don't play with me. I am not the one.
This one I have as a loss. Their experience, and of course, this is all preseason. Season hasn't even started, but just going off of what's on paper and just what the Chiefs do at that time of the season when it starts getting closer to the playoffs, they have a different gear. I think we lose that game. But we're going to come back to that, the Chiefs-Broncos, here in a minute. Final week of the season, at home against the Chargers. By this point, I think the Chargers are fighting to get in possibly for a wild card. Maybe they're out, but they're fighting for a wild card at best. Broncos are fighting for the division. We win this game, we win the division.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning.
So I think we win this game. I think we split the season with the Chargers, and that would bring the Broncos' final season record to 12 wins and 5 losses, making us, for the first time since 2015, in exactly 10 years since Peyton Manning led us to the Super Bowl, we win the division. We beat the Chiefs, and we go on to host our first home playoff game in over 10 years. You may say I'm crazy. The Chiefs have won it for 9 years in a row. They do not get to double digits. Do I think the Chiefs are still going to make the playoffs? Yeah, I think they either lose 6 games or 5 games, and we win some sort of tiebreaker. Like, it's going to be really close. It's going to come down to those last couple of games. So staying on the Chiefs topic, I told you earlier in the video I was going to pick the teams, 2 teams, one that I thought was highly overrated, and right now I believe that's the Chiefs. I still think they'll be a playoff team. Do I think they're going to only lose 2-3 games like they've been the last few seasons? No. I think the Broncos edge them in the division. They are a wild card team. And here's the kicker, though. Do I think the Broncos win the division? Yes. Do I think if we play the Chiefs later down the road in the playoffs, do I think there's a chance that we lose that game? Yes. Do I think the chance of us losing that game is greater than 51%? Yes.
Stop it. Get some help.
The Broncos are on the come up. The Broncos are going to prove this year that they belong with all the big boys in the AFC as well as the NFC. However, do I think they're gonna
Today, Junior?
Go on the road and beat Baltimore or Buffalo? I don't think we're there yet. Do I think we can edge out if we win the division and beat the Chiefs in a home game? I do believe we can do it, but I lean more on the Chiefs' experience in those situations and give them the slight advantage there. So I believe the Broncos win their first home playoff game. And depending on who we play in the second round, if it's one of those teams I just mentioned, I think that's where our season ends. It's not going to be like last year where we get blown out. I think we compete and we earn some respect from some teams and some fans across the NFL. But I don't think this is quite yet the year we make it all the way to the Super Bowl.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
We're getting close, but we're not there yet. Who do I think is going to be in the Super Bowl? I believe from the AFC, representing the AFC, is going to be finally the Buffalo Bills. I don't know why. I've picked them to beat the Chiefs the first 2 times it happened, and I stopped picking them. But I don't think they're going to. I think the Chiefs are going to lose before they get to Buffalo. Now, if they play Buffalo for some reason, I can't pick Buffalo. I have to pick the Chiefs, and I hate even admitting that. I just can't.
Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it.
So I like Josh Allen and the Bills representing the AFC, and in the NFC, I'm not going to pick against the Eagles until another team in the NFC shows that they can compete with those guys. And I believe that they're going to win. I believe they get the back-to-back Super Bowls, and Jalen Hurts, finally gets the respect that is due.
Get it calculated, do the math. I made 1,000 songs that made you move your ass.
Now the team that I think everybody is sleeping on, that I believe has a chance to surprise everyone and make a wild card playoffs, is the Arizona Cardinals. Don't at me, bro. Don't ask me why. It's really their offense. Their offense, Kyler Murray is a legit quarterback. Is he a top 10? I don't think so. He's in that mid tier. He's very mid. He's very mid, as the kids would say. But they also have a top 5 tight end. They have a rising star in Marvin Harrison Jr. So I believe that they have a chance. And their division outside of the Rams isn't very strong, and the Rams aren't even like a top 10 team. I believe that if whoever wins that division will be like one of the lower bottom tier teams to make the playoffs. So I believe they have a chance to compete with LA and San Francisco for the division. So you can do it. There you have it. Those are my way too early predictions. All I gotta say is, let's go Broncos. I think it's gonna be a fun season. Of course, injuries can play a factor in all of this and completely derail everybody's predictions. But these are based off of just what I think is going to happen if everybody stays healthy and there aren't some crazy huge injuries to any of the top players.
Nice.
So there you have it. Let me know what your team is in the comments. If you're a Broncos fan, hashtag Broncos country. Let me know what you think the Broncos record's going to be and how far you think they're going to go this season. Super producer Styles Unique, Mile High Salute. I'm out.